Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Thursday on YSN Live, your favorite podcast from one side of the sports world to the next and everything local and in between. We got it. DJ Yoakley alongside Anthony Ronald Hartwig on this beautiful Thursday, the 8th of May. Do we have any Star Wars puns for the 8th of May?
No, we had May the 4th, which we missed because it was a Sunday, and then I think
Revenge
Tuesday
of the 5th?
people are starting to start Revenge of the 6th. I don't know if there's an 8th.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
There's somewhere they're making it up.
But it is a Thursday. We're almost home free. Almost made it to the weekend, buddy. 3 days down in the books, and this one halfway in the books, especially if you're out there on the work trail. You're looking at the clock an awful lot this time of the week.
It's going to get real itchy. And then, for teachers out there, you're getting closer and closer to that summer vacation. So they probably have the paper chain down to one rung, and they're like, let's go,
The what? The paper chain?
Yeah, the paper chain. You used to make those to count down to the end of school.
We
Every
couldn't
classroom I
afford
was in
paper
up in
chains in East Palestine, buddy.
Every classroom I was in up until middle school, once you got to like 30 days left, we'd have like a paper chain going. Actually, there was one teacher, and I'm trying to remember who it was, but they had a paper chain from the start of school all the way around the room that would go, and you'd take one off every day, and it gets closer and closer. It's a long paper chain because there's a lot of days in the school year, but
that paper chain in Bulldog country would last about 6 hours before the teacher ripped it down. I'm done. That's
done
it.
with this. No, I quit.
No more paper chains. I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm out. Paper chains. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess my paper chain is my son every day telling me how many days he has left.
Oh, yeah, he's counting down.
I'm like, dude, you went from 34 to 16 like overnight. It doesn't work like that. You might want to, but it doesn't work like that. Hey, I got to kind of a interesting segue. Speaking of East Palestine, I got to go back home.
Yeah.
See?
You got the gear, too. I like it.
Got a little gear. Aaron Walker, appreciate you so much. Which goes to show, by the way, if you give us gear, we're going to wear it. So I've already caught flack. I feel like I can wear this and not have to answer many questions because I am an East Palestine grad.
Right.
But like people are still like, hey, you graduated from South Range. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
Actually, Anthony did.
Anthony did, who wears Poland a lot. There's a lot of questions people have about our selection of attire. But I will say this. If you give us free swag, we're probably going to wear it. Just putting it out there. And this one, buddy, it's comfy. Little chilly outside today. And threw this on. Aaron Walker, I got to do the senior night festivities last night and announced the 8 seniors, 2 softball, 6 baseball seniors for the Bulldogs this year, class 2025. And he gave me this little dopamine hit.
So
two shirts as well.
They did those ceremonies combined. They did baseball and softball together. That makes sense because they play at the same complex.
Yeah, and it was really cool. And you don't see that a whole lot.
No.
You see it. We used to do it back in the day when I went to school. We did it at the school, and it was like track, baseball, softball, anything that happened in the spring, they were together. Like basketball in the winter, got it. All those like jazz band, all that stuff, they were all recognized during a basketball game. Football game, same thing in the fall. So Walker's trying to bring this back. Aaron Walker, Coach Walker, sorry, trying to bring this stuff back, and he goes, "I want a almost said Westminster because we got Dave Richards coming up. I want an East Palestine guy doing this, and we have DJ. Like, who better to do it?" And then, I got to read the write-ups, which were awesome. They're funny. The kids had to do them themselves, which makes it really cool. Like one guy's like, I just like hanging out with my friends and playing with my cats, playing Xbox. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And some kids you could tell like they don't want to, they don't like the spotlight. So it's like 3 lines and you got to fill in the blanks a little bit. But no, I was proud to be out there as always, proud to represent the Bulldog baseball program and softball programs and very cool. And, to be able to call your alma mater, there's something to it, right? There's always something to it. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like to, naturally, because we have some East Palestine announcers and Timmy Figley, Danny Figley, and some others. But when you get to do that, it's special. It's special because it takes you back a little bit to the day where you were playing. So,
and cool. both teams got a big win on senior day too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the pitching last night for the Bulldogs was outstanding. Kale Morath, one of the best pitchers in our area, bar none. And then Blake Knoll, I've known his family for a long, long time. He's a big dog nominee, and a big part of it is the 8 strikeouts he had last night and no walk, which that was the more impressive part. You got kids swinging. He had the junk ball working, and a kid who doesn't always have the spotlight on him. That's what Big Dogs is for. Give him a little bit of love. Who knows? Maybe he ends up in a program somewhere at the next level. I know it's a little bit late, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. And I got to go home last night too. I got to go down the South Range and do their big matchup with Lakeview in game 2 of that series. And boy, it didn't disappoint. Extra innings. It was really weird seeing a team walk off on the road. That was strange. But it was technically Lakeview's home game, and they walked it off in the bottom of the 8th with a bases loaded single by Kennedy Bartlett.
Tim Porter, a.k.a. Biff Tannen, saying, "I'll send you some stuff from the O." Listen, hey, we've got 2 helmets back there from Orange. I've got Orange gear at home. I wear it proudly. Timmy, you send us gear. We're going to wear it. And, hey, let's get the ball rolling a little bit, other teams. Boardman, Canfield, Pollitt, like all you folks that's sitting there pointing fingers. Hey, we'll rock some maroon and white. We'll
give us some John Gruden boxes. We'll cut them open live on the show.
There's a good chance that I've already bought a Youngstown Clothing Company shirt for all these schools. You can go out to Youngstown Clothing Company and ask. I'm pretty sure I've put a child into college at this point with all the Youngstown Clothing Company stuff.
You go in there. We're out of high school shirts. DJ came in about an hour ago.
Sorry.
They're all gone.
We're done. Either you can gain weight or lose weight. There's no more larges in stock. You said you had a walk-off?
Yeah, walk-off in the bottom of the 8th. Lakeview gets the sweep of South Range, and they are in securely at the driver's seat in that NE8. They're 2 games up with 2 games to go on their schedule. So basically, they win against Girard on Monday. That'll wrap it up. They'll win the NE8 outright for the first time in program history.
There was a few walk-offs last night, and one of them, my friend, stands out amongst all the rest, with all due respect to all the rest. Last night, AAC, Boardman, Canfield, baseball, going at it, pitcher's duel, and then all of a sudden, this handsome, dapper young man strides to the plate. couple pitches, and then all of a sudden you hear, as if Thor's hammer came down from the heavens, you hear as if a lightning strike. Ball off the wall. 2 runners come around to score. The Boardman Spartans walk it off against the arch rival Canfield Cardinals at home. And I'll tell you what, this young man who we're about to bring onto the show, we have been talking to and has been part of the YSN atmosphere, universe, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I don't know, for the last 7 years or so, 8 years. His mom will remind me because she remembers everything about everything. And that's a big reason why this young man is who he is today. At this time, we bring on last night's hero. We've called him the king for the last 8 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Kurlik. TK, buddy, what happened last night? You were just a superhuman, it looked like, on that replay that I saw all over social media. What was it like to be in the box and deliver the big blow against your arch rivals?
Yeah, it was special. I was praying on deck that I would get up and deliver the moment, and God has mysterious ways, and it happened.
It's crazy when you're in that moment, right? Because you're on deck and it's nothing against the guy ahead of you, but winners want those opportunities. I mean, you watch the replacements, winners want the ball in their hand, but you get up there, you're thinking hard contact, right? You're just thinking find a place for this baseball to land. There were a bunch of people that thought that baseball was going to land over the fence. When you hit it, what were you thinking? What was the first thoughts in your mind?
Well, first thoughts, I thought it was gone too. And I just ran hard just in case if it didn't, and I was just running hard.
Fair enough.
Talk about leading up to this game was like DJ said in the top, a straight up pitcher's duel, and you guys kind of kept yourselves in the game and really gave yourselves that opportunity to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Talk about going through this game and keep making plays throughout the first 6 innings to give yourself that opportunity for the bottom of the 7th.
Right. This game was close at the start. Like you said, pitcher's duel. But we were never out of it. The energy was high the whole game. And coming into that bottom of the 7th, we knew we had a chance, especially with the top of the order coming up. And, yeah.
We've talked about the AAC seemingly all year and seemingly for the last 8 years. Even before you were a part of it at the big boy level, this conference is something, man. Like any given night, anybody plays anybody, tough. To be able to be part of that, I mean, you guys were kind of, let's face it, you were under the radar. And I think there's a little bit of disrespect that you guys have, and you put that chip on your shoulder, and you're making believers out of everybody right now, TK. For you, what was kind of the conversation in the locker room and the dugout as you guys are fighting through the first half of the season to now where everybody noticing what Boardman's got going on?
Yeah, the leaders like Ivan Rudiak and Caden Mayhew have always talked highly about us and worrying about, this game and just playing to the best of our abilities, no matter how the outcome is.
We've had the chance to talk to a lot of your teammates, and we've learned really quickly how special this Boardman baseball team is. From your perspective, though, what makes this group, the chemistry right and clicking for success?
For me, I've been playing with these guys since I was 8 years old. We've grown up with each other, and I think the trust that we have in each other just really goes to show how mature we've become as a group.
You speak about maturity. Nobody more mature than you, dude. You've been playing up since I believe you came out of the womb. So for you to be able to play with these guys and play at the varsity level and leave your legacy in Boardman, what does it mean to help be a great teammate, not just in those clutch moments like you had last night, but I've seen it. Like you show up for your teammates at different activities. You show up and support them in things that you don't have to be at. Where did you learn that? And what makes that kind of part of your makeup and your DNA?
It all comes from my parents. Like my mom and my dad have always said, if you aren't the one producing, always help your teammates and lift them up. And none of this would happen. I would have never gotten up if Tommy Varley didn't get that single in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we just made stuff happen. And yeah.
All that stuff DJ just talked about also comes from a pride for your school and your community. Talk about how much that's been instilled in you from the womb, being a Boardman Spartan from the start, and how much pride you take in being in this school system representing this team.
I remember being that little kid watching the 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds playing Canfield, and it just meant so much to me that I wanted to be that big kid that the little kids were watching and make them proud.
It's funny. I was talking to your mom right after the South Range game, I think it was. And, we were kind of reminiscing about how the King started. And you've been the King ever since you first came on because, dude, clutch moments happen and you're always in the thick of them in some way, somehow. Have you been conditioned to this? Do you practice this? Like, are these moments that you're in the backyard when you're growing up and you're, okay, full count, bottom of the 7th, runners at 2nd and 3rd, Tyler Kurlick's up. I mean, how do you condition yourself for these big moments? And again, I guess the magic is you keep coming up huge every single time. And if you give away the secret, Canfield's going to be writing down notes for later tonight. I got to be guessing.
Yeah. I got to give a shout out to Matt DeSalvo because I went to him Sunday just to get my mind right and everything. But one of the things I like to say is pressure is a privilege. So anytime I get in that opportunity, I'm just blessed and do the best that I can.
Man, we've had a lot of dynamite drops this week with these players. Pressure is a privilege. I like that. That should be a T-shirt when you get an NIL deal in college.
It's already a T-shirt. Billie Jean King was the one that said it.
Well, I think I'm giving this King
shout out
credit.
Shout out Billie Jean King and our King.
This King.
Our tribal chief.
Credit.
TK, Tyler Kurlick.
Thank you.
Tyler, when you think about all the positions you've been in already and the experiences you've had, how much do you draw on just all the baseball you've played, all the reps you've had in these big at bats?
It's really just a comfort thing. Every strike I take or every ball I take, I step out and I take a deep breath and I just don't think, I just swing and it works. So
I love the modesty, but there is an aura, I should say, of confidence that is around you when you take that diamond. I mean, you own it, dude. What is it about that? Is it the hours that you put in? Is it the distinct love of the game that you have that makes you know that you have an advantage against anybody you're facing 60 feet, 6 inches away? And defensively, you're just as good, and you don't get any love for that. What you're able to do in flashing the leather. What is it about it? Is it the love for the game? Is it just the time that you put in, the resources that you've kind of put in throughout the year, throughout your life, that makes you that confident to play this game?
Yeah, like all you said, it's the resources, the countless hours that I've put into this game, and it's also representing Boardman. I have to represent the community, and when I get to represent the community like that, it's just great,
You obviously work hard at your craft, and to do that, you have to love what you do. What do you love so much about being able to be on the baseball field every day and to work hard for your teammates?
It's the competitiveness, when I step in that box, I stare right at the pitcher and I just think in my head that I'm better than you. So it's just competing every day against these guys like Canfield and everybody in the AAC. It's just great.
All right. For those who don't know, Boardman, you guys are made up of champions across the board. I mean, you guys have gone to New Albany. You've been part of the state championship team. Like all this stuff that this team is comprised of. What does it lead to? What is the ultimate goal, TK, for this squad, this team, this year? Is it a naturally a conference title, a district title, regional? Do you think you can get to the state championship? Do you think you could bring a ring back to Boardman here this year with what you guys have going, the hottest team around, the Boardman Spartans?
Well, our end goal is definitely to make it deep in the playoffs. But as of right now, we're definitely just worrying about winning the AAC, and we're taking it steps at a time. So.
And I like that this whole team has had that one step at a time. You've had big wins before this season. Talk about what you guys have done to keep that one game at a time mindset and not let the moment get too big or let, you guys think ahead or work ahead. You're always taking it one game at a time. Talk about what it takes to have the whole team really buy into that mindset.
Well, Coach Ming has a rule. It's called the 12 a.m. rule. And after every game, we go celebrate and have a good time. But as soon as 12 a.m. hits, we forget it and worry about the next game. So
my wife's got a rule like that too. 12 a.m. rule. Like, dude, you get to 12 a.m., forget everything. All right. So good day, bad day, indifferent. So I guess my question is this, is you guys have been on a heater right now. I mean, seemingly nothing can go wrong. We always talk about the positives. We always talk about what goes right in moments like you had last night. What have been some of the bigger challenges and some of these younger kids that are going to be listening to this? What can you tell them about, the adversity that you face and how you've overcome it?
You're always going to have a bad day. You're always going to have an off day. But like I said, the 12 a.m. rule, you can always just forget about it and worry about the next game. But also with that, if you're not doing the best, you can always lift your teammates up. And baseball is not a team sport. It's not an individual sport. So if one player's not doing good, the rest of the team can pick them up. So
who's the guy on the team that picks you up, that you can turn to when you're maybe not having a great day or you're not having a great at bat or whatever it may be? Who's that guy that's always got your back and lifts you up?
Caden Mayhew was one of the guys where before the game even started, he took me aside and just said, play your game. And it really meant a lot to me to know that my teammates have my back. So.
All right. I was lucky enough to get to the Boardman South Range game last week. You guys have some great one-liners in the dugout. Whoever's shouting these one-liners, and I couldn't see who it was, every time you guys got hit by a pitch, they'd yell, check the ball for a dent, things like that. Who's the best chirper in the dugout for you guys?
I got to say it's either Mason Araki or Ryan Neifer.
What makes them so good about it? I mean, are they constantly good chirpers, or they pick their spots and they deliver the boom?
No, every time they just come through.
When you think about since we're talking about the teammates and who can chirp, when you talk about the personality of this dugout, right, and the fun that you guys get to have, if you had to describe this dugout in a couple of words about personality, how would you describe them?
Loose. We are definitely very loose in the dugout. We have a lot of fun, and I think in a tough sport like this, having fun can really change how the game goes. So,
TK, you've obviously your trajectory for what you've been able to deliver for Boardman has been unbelievable, and you still have so much potential and so much to give to your community on and off the field. What are your expectations for yourself? Do you want to play at the next level? Do you see yourself playing on a diamond in college? And then, what are you looking for? What are you looking for in the next team that you join at the next level?
Yes, I do plan on playing college baseball, and no matter where I go, I just want to make an impact for the team. So, I guess, yeah,
that works.
I guess. When you talk about playing in college, there's always that wish list that you have, that thing that you're looking for in a program. What could a coach of a program bring to your doorstep that would make you feel like that would be a place you'd want to
go? Just a good group of guys in the dugout and a good school. So
a bag of cash, swag,
money bag.
That'd probably help a little bit too. We've talked about your community. We've talked about obviously your plans, because you still have a long runway to go. But what if baseball went away? What would you ultimately see yourself doing?
Well, this might come to a shock, but I like being in the outdoors, so I would probably be like an environmental specialist or something like that.
What does that look like? Like Bill Nye?
No, I would just be like going in the environment, testing all the stuff, like seeing if there's any like pollution or anything, and just seeing how you can help the environment.
Hey, I know a thing or two about that. Okay, it's been a couple years, bud. It's been a couple years. I know where you can start, and it ain't far from home.
Tyler, when you're talking about things that you would do if there was no baseball, if there's a sport that you don't play that you kind of watch and you think, man, I might be able to throw my hat in that ring, what sport do you think it'd be?
Wow. I mean, I played basketball and football at a younger age, and I kind of branched off when baseball was my main sport. But I could maybe see myself doing football again.
Not volleyball? You don't want to wear those shorts?
Nope.
Hey, boys volleyball is no way to say sport now.
I think it's the shorts that drive people away, Ant. I don't think that they want to wear those Spanx or whatever those
I
are.
don't think the boys wear those.
I don't know. I haven't done my research. My journalism is not high right now on boys volleyball, and it should be. I guys like TK deserve better when it comes to that. But I know I wouldn't put on a pair of those shorts. Nobody'd show up to that game.
No.
We've talked a lot about a lot of different things, TK, but the one thing that I want to talk to you about is the great support system that you have. Great family, great parents, people that care for you, that have sacrificed a ton for you to get to some of these games and be at some of these places. I want you to talk about them, as I'm sure they know, but for the rest of the world to understand what it means to have a great support system and to really have people that have your back. I'm going to give you a few moments for that.
Yeah, my parents, mostly my mom, text me before every game. And when I don't have that confidence in myself, she reassures me that everything's going to be okay and just to play your game. My dad, he's also been there every step of the way. And it's just really good when you have people like that in your life, to where when you don't believe in yourself, they always do, and they will do anything in their power to instill that confidence back into you.
My last question for you, man, is one of the things that I want to talk about: role models, right? And the people that are, maybe outside of your inner circle that you looked up to in baseball, maybe some professionals or maybe some just older Boardman players that you looked up to when you were young. Who were those people for you?
Well, my role model right now is Vlad Jr. In the MLB. He just plays so hard and he plays the game right. And I just want to be like him one day. So
you are like him right now. You are Clutchzilla, dude. We might have to retire the king because Clutchzilla coming to a city near you. Last question for me. You've done so much throughout how old are you? 17, right? 16?
Yeah, 17.
17. I mean, you've got so many moments on YSN alone that people would just drool about and have talked about. What are some of the moments that you remember the most about your high school or even younger than that baseball career, and why are they so important to you?
Well, one of my favorite baseball memories ever was when I was 9 years old, playing with the 12s, playing Hamilton, bases loaded, and I got the walk-off hit. And it just meant the world to me, knowing that even though no matter how big or small you are, no matter what your age, you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. So
we remember that moment very well, and it will always live very strong on YSN and with us that were there to see it. And I'm sure every parent that was there to see it as well, especially maybe those Hamilton folks. Maybe a little heartbreak for those folks that have, that's the powerhouse of Ohio, right? Hamilton every time. But I'll say this, TK, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Every time Boardman has a chance to play those boys from Hamilton, we always come out swinging. So, dude, Thank you so much for spending some time. Hopefully we didn't take up too much of your time and you can get back in class and get reacclimated with it. But TK, first, you're going to have so many of these along the way. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep breaking hearts along the way and do your thing, man. We appreciate you so much. And thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thank you guys for having me.
You got it, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Kurlik.
Yes.
The best. I mean, when I saw that video went viral last night, someone did I think it was just Boardman Athletics did it. And I got a text message from Scott Restar, and he was saying, hey, TK, the King got it done. We get a big win over Canfield, which is no small feat, because Canfield, the beginning of the season, and we were talking about how good Canfield potentially could be, how good they were. And right now, they're in the midst of a battle, battle right now, because they are in that tough conference, the AAC, and Boardman, Howland, Canfield, Fitch. I mean, they're all fighting for their potential. Mom, oh, sorry, didn't mean to yell. Mom took the video. Sorry, Denise.
I took it. That's me. Good dumb mom.
We should have done video credit. We should have not yelled into the microphone. There's a lot of people that are probably angry right now.
Yeah, headphone listeners are not happy right now.
I got a little excited. I'm sorry.
I don't know how many people are watching with headphones. Well, if you're watching with headphones out there, more power to you. But
we're watching with headphones.
We're watching with headphones.
Torched my own ears. But thank you to Tyler Kurlik for stopping by. That was a no-brainer. When you watch that video and you see and know what he's gone through and understand that he's played up every single step of the way, and he's been dominant the entire time playing up. So you can imagine like what it would have been like if he played at his actual age bracket. Kid's a stud. And you root for him because he's one of those good kids.
Yep.
Like a great young man that you just go, man, like, I hope my kid's like that. Or if you've got a girl, I hope that's the kind of kid that comes home with my little girl, because that's a good kid.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming home with my little girl.
Nobody.
Not till she's 37. If you're Tyler Kurlik or anybody else, doesn't matter. You better be 30. Well, she better be 37 before. I don't want any 37-year-olds showing up at my door like, I'm here to date your daughter. Wrong again, pal.
DJ's like, you want to make dad happy, just date nerds the rest of your life. None of these jocks.
Well, that's not right either.
Nerds are
I'll still fight a nerd.
They're safe.
I'll fight him. Not with my baby girl. No way.
Come here, Poindexter. Boom.
So much
Power
that I
in the
can say
kitchen.
right now. Nope. We're not going there. We have a great interview. Taped interview just happened for the show. He had a limited amount of time with what he's going through right now as the new head basketball coach at Westminster. David Richards, who I actually went to college with, graduated a year behind me in Titantown, and he is now the newest head coach of the Westminster College basketball team, and he is hitting the ground running. We had a chance to catch up with him through our partnership with Westminster College, and without further ado, here it is. And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. A very special Coach's Corner here in just a few moments, but I'll tell you what, as a Westminster alum, some breaking news over the last few weeks that just delighted seemingly everybody in Titantown. One of our own, David Richards, makes the jump from Chatham, where he was so successful, bringing championship after championship to that campus, and he makes the jump back home to his alma mater of Westminster, and he's bringing some familiar faces alongside him, and also recruiting some familiar faces that you've seen here on YSN. So we figured, why the heck not bring him on to the show here and introduce him to the world and let everybody know why he's so special. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 09, a Titan, David Richards. Buddy, how are you?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Such a great thing that's going on right now on the campus of Westminster College. And man, to have you back on campus and now the lead dog of the Titans on the hardwood, has this whole process been surreal for you?
Yeah, it's been a pretty surreal process. I mean, just walking through campus again was awesome. I got to meet the team last week. We did some individual meetings, but the upgrades it did across campus, the athletic facilities. I mean, it's been great just to be back on campus.
And you're a son of two Titans, right? So Westminster runs truly through your blood. What has that been like for your entire family? I know that you probably had the chance to walk onto campus. Have you truly been able to embrace and kind of understand the situation that is? Because, I mean, you have been a Titan. You mentioned in your press conference shooting hoops since you were 8 years old, even in the outside rims when they were still out there?
Yeah, no, it's been great. My family's fired up. They're really excited for me to be back up here at Westminster. I'm close to them. They're right in Newcastle, so they'll be at every home game. They'll make up almost all the away games. It's great for the family. It's great to be back up here, and it brings back a lot of good memories. Like I've been coming to games since I was 8 years old. Watched tons of former Titan greats. I can get on the list of the guys I got to watch. So it's pretty cool being back here.
When you think about kind of what it means to be a Titan again, what it means, and obviously there's a lot that goes in, especially nowadays, to be a head coach at a college, given any sport, but basketball specifically, when you walk into a new role, your job is to bring in Titans and maintain Titans in today's college kind of ecosphere. What has it been like for you? What has been the ongoing conversations that you have with the guys that are returning and the guys that potentially are coming to campus this fall?
Yeah, I think one of the things that really separates Westminster is their proud tradition and their history of athletic excellence, and that's one of the things we've talked about is we've got to get this program back to the top of the pack. I think we have a great core coming back with Drew Weir had a very good year, averaged 17 points a game. Jackson Hendershot's one of the best shooters in the league. Mick Hergenrother was a very good point guard, and then a kid sitting out, Trader Petro, averaged 12 and 7 as a sophomore. He's kind of a wild card for us. We're hoping him to get back, very healthy. And then, the guys who have coming in, we sell the campus, we sell the academics, we sell the tradition. The facilities here are amazing. They've done a great job upgrading the gym, new court, new bleachers, the weight room's upgraded. They have a whole student athlete lounge, they have a fuel lounge for the athletes. So, this campus is built for athletics to be good.
What I'm excited about, and sitting through your press conference, which was excellent, by the way, you said one thing that really stood out to me was you're going to make sure everybody knows about your energy, and you expect the same energy from your players, from your recruits, anybody that enters that locker room. Why is that so important to you?
Yeah, one of the things, we talk about all the time with our guys is every single time we step on the court, we got to have high level energy, right? That's like the only way you have a chance to be in a good team, a good player, a good program is having just a very contagious high level energy. So if I'm the head guy and I'm the lead guy and I'm requiring our guys to do that, then I got to come every day with that type of energy too. It probably shocks some guys a little bit, off the court, I'm probably a little more laid back, but once, we step on the court and it's practice time, it's go time. My energy goes to the roof and that's the type of guys we want. That's the kind of practice environment we want.
So when you enter the court for the first time, what are your expectations for your team? I know one of the biggest things for you was you couldn't wait to get to work. Have you been able to quote unquote get to work, or do you still have to wait to pop that whistle in your mouth and start blowing it and get everybody working in the same forward motion?
Yeah, I would love to have practice right now, but per NCAA rules, we can't be on the court with our guys till probably the end of September or so. The guys they'll get a kind of a packet to work on throughout the summer with skill stuff and strength conditioning stuff, and then when we get back in the fall, we'll hit the weights, we'll hit conditioning, then we'll probably have our first practice around end of September, and that's when things will really start going. But I wish we could be on the court right now.
In regards to kind of some of the things you talked about, you named 4 YSN guys right off the top when you were name dropping, which is awesome. There's a lot of people that are wondering at the next level, no matter if it's D3, D2, D1, whatever it may be, the expectations for a college coach. What are you looking for first and foremost, and what things do you kind of filter out players that will and won't work for whatever program they're looking to join?
Yeah, obviously, clearly, we're looking for talented basketball players and guys that can make plays. But I think one of the things that we really look for are gym rats and basketball junkies. We want basketball players, not guys that play basketball. And I think that's very key for this level because of NCAA rules, we can't work with our guys basically from the end of the season until our first practice next year. So you're talking about 7 months. We can't be in the gym with our team. So we need guys that are going to be gym rats, be in the gym, working on their skills in that 7 months so they become better players. So that following year, we can make our team better. So, we really want gym rats. We want guys who are going to be great teammates. We want guys that are going to, make the right plays. And the guys that are going to be, play extremely hard and kind of a chip on their shoulder.
And certainly as far as Westminster goes, there's a lot of you still got to hit those books. So academically, What advice would you give to parents that are looking for their kids to play at the next level and potentially future Titans?
Yeah, I mean, academically, this campus has, a variety of different majors, from business, from education, from a science standpoint. So there's a variety of different areas you can come here with. And, the resources are here to get a very good degree. And then once your degree is over with, being successful, in the job world. So, this is a great school to come to. You're going to get a great college degree. And on top of that, we're going to win some games here too.
Naturally, a championship caliber inside the DNA of David Richards, who is the new head basketball coach at Westminster College. I mean, there's a lot of obviously pride that comes with the job, but there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of pressure that comes with, coaching at your alma mater in a place that everybody knows your name, like Cheers. For you, what's kind of one of the things that not just you expect, but for yourself, but you're going to live up to the standard that you create inside your own locker room?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of tradition here. I mean, you can just go back. I mean, two basketball coaching legends in Buzz Riddle and Ron Galbraith. I mean, their names are all over this campus. So there's a lot to come with having this position. It's something I take great pride in and great honor. But the one thing I think you'll always see with our teams is just how hard we play and how we play together. That's probably the two biggest things we'll stress on a daily basis. And you'll be able to see every time we step on the court is, as our ability to compete at a high level, how hard we play and, how well we play together.
One of the things I've been hoping for, and I'm guessing it's not going to be under your tutelage, man, since when we were playing or when we were watching, I was broadcasting, you were playing, Larry Ondeko, and the style of play that you guys had is just run and gun. You bring on as an assistant coach someone YSN Nation very familiar with, Craig Hannon, who leaves the Girard program after 13 years, I think, to join your staff. Are we going to see the old Westminster run and gun? Like the shot clock doesn't matter?
You're not going to see the old run and gun, but we will play fast. We'll have great pace. I'm fine with taking shots early in the shot clock. I want our guys to be aggressive and use their skill set. If we can get a great shot in 6 seconds, and then great. If not, we'll work for a good one. So it will be fast paced, but it won't be that old run and gun.
You talked about your defense. I mean, you see yourself as a defensive coach, and what can people expect, when it comes to the lockdown, keeping people off the scoreboard defense that Westminster typically puts up?
Yeah, that's going to be something we hang our hat on. When we get to practice, a lot of it is going to be defensive breakdown stuff, and us really focusing on being a very good half-court defensive team. We've always done a very good job of scouting opponents, so we'll be very prepared on what teams are going to do, but we'll be really focused on the defensive side and making sure we're making teams take tough shots and get in the glass and limit teams to one shot. But defensively, we got to be good. Yep.
Naturally, kind of the recruitment season has closed for the class of 2025. I'm sure there's a couple still stranded out there with a new coach in a new position that you can still bring on campus and have them in Titan Blue. But for those 2026s, those 2027s that are potentially, future Titans, what are you looking for out of them? What are you looking for, not just in their character, but, are you looking for all scorers of all? Are you looking for bigs? What are you looking for to potentially bring them on campus and make them one of your students, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for a variety of players. I mean, how we play, we need playmakers at almost every position. So we want guys that can make shots, guys that can make plays off the bounce, and guys that can make their teammates better. We kind of run a positionless offense. So, we're not technically saying, oh, you have to be a point guard, you got to be a 5-man. Like, we're looking for guys that can play in multiple positions, and we'll sell them on our playing style. I think one of the things that guys will see, next year and the years going forward is, we give our guys a lot of freedom offensively to make plays and use their skill set. As long as they're competing hard and they're defending and they're being good teammates and making the right plays, they're going to have the freedom to use their skill set and do things on the offensive end. That's fun.
I know we talked about your family, but have you thought about the emotions that are going to be running through you the first time that you get to the Buzz and you're the guy on the sidelines? Have you thought about kind of what's going to go through your head those first moments?
Yeah, you know what? I was actually thinking about that on my way to work today. How great it's going to be, coaching that first game. We actually open up first game here in Buzz Riddle, so it's going to be a pretty crazy experience. Hopefully we come out with a win, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of different emotions.
What's the one thing, if you had to sell one thing about you, your coaching style, your character to a parent in the living room that potentially is going to have, give you their son for the next 4 to 5 years? What's one thing you want people to know about you?
Yeah, it's I'm here to help them as a student and as an athlete. The one thing I tell all of our recruits, my office door is always open. They're welcome to come in. We could watch film. We could talk hoops. We can talk academics. I'm here to make sure they have a great 4 years as a student athlete, so they enjoy their college experience.
And when you walk through that door, that office is looking real sweet right now, David. Thank you so much. Dude, we're so excited for you to be part of our family here at YSN. And naturally, to have a Titan back home means a lot. We're looking forward to a lot of championships from you and more time to spend with you in that chair and talk about the great things that you're about to do at Westminster, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new head basketball coach at Westminster College, Mr. David Richards. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Could you tell that I went to Westminster? I mean, is it evident enough, or I don't know? I'm proud.
You could have wore a sign on your forehead that said West.
Not for sale.
Not for sale.
I it's funny. Like I was thinking as I was like watching that interview, if you picked 2 kids out of a crowd at Westminster almost 20 years ago, one of them was going to be the basketball coach, and one of them was going to be a broadcaster who had his own network. Probably wouldn't have picked us, and I think Coach Richards would tell you the same thing. I mean, there's a lot of dog in David Richards. There's a lot of dog. I mean, he went over. Chatham hasn't had a basketball team for more than 10 years, and he's constructed multiple championships in the PAC, the President's Athletic Conference. Mm-hmm. And that's impressive. When you can build it from the bottom up and win
literally
with, and you're winning with new guys and you're a new coach and a relatively young one. He hasn't even hit 40 yet. So that's impressive. I mean, and having a guy during his press conference, and we saw it here on YSN, say it was a no-brainer for me to come to Westminster. Like it was, with all due respect, I'm sure, to Chatham and all the other universities that certainly wanted this up and to the right, high stock basketball coach. Titans got him. And if I had to guess, they're going to be a real problem in that PAC for years to come. And then they get Hannon. Craig Hannon's now an assistant coach.
They get Hannon. They get a lot of YSN talent.
Well, did you hear how many names he dropped?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there.
YSN,
He didn't know.
YSN,
He had no clue. I'm like, YSN. And he's got, Luke Rowan is he's committed to go to Westminster. And, hopefully that's still the case. I think it is. And then there's a real big name out there. Oh, buddy, is it big? And if it happens, I'm just going to tell you, there is going to be a big smile on my face. Let's put it that way. Big smile on my face. You may or may not have seen him on YSN.
May or may not. Thinking
No
we
pressure.
did. Thinking we did.
No pressure. But David Richards is going to do it. I'll say it. He's going to do a hell of a job at Westminster. And with our partnership with Westminster moving forward, I have a meeting next week. Sounds like everything's good. We're going to continue it. Can't imagine why you wouldn't, given the views and all the YSN kids that now know what Westminster and where Westminster is. So interesting. By the way, perfect segue into a update for a former YSN player. We got to come up with a better way. Like once a Marine, always a Marine kind of thing. Like once YSN, always YSN. But breaking news during the break. Breaking news during the break. Does that work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan Tice, Mercyhurst University catcher, is entering the portal. And on June 2nd, he'll enter as a redshirt freshman catcher with 4 years of remaining eligibility. And we know that young man,
awesome, by the way.
You want to talk about high character kids. ET is dude, he is upper echelon. And I'll tell you another thing, his work ethic. He's been in here every single day. And not a day goes by that I don't see him in there working on his craft. He just wants it. He wants it more. And if I can make on his behalf, if you're a college coach and you're looking for a catcher that is going to upgrade your catching room, Evan Tice is your guy. Doesn't matter the level. And he just wants a chance to prove himself. And I think any coach would be very happy with that selection. So Evan Tice on June 2nd will enter the portal and will be open. So, hey, coaches, you probably want to be knocking on that door. Just crazy guess.
Yeah, ring the doorbell and then give some extra knocks too, just in case.
Bring some cookies.
Bring that bag of cash.
That bag of cash don't hurt. I don't know if the bag of cash ever hurt in a situation like that. But hey, Evan, no matter what happens, we wish you the best, buddy. Wish you the best. That's a show. That's a show. And we got a great one tomorrow, buddy. Good cover yesterday, by the way. Good cover.
We got it.
Nailed it. You and Sipe out of here. You even sprinkled in some baseball, which I was proud of you.
We had Newton Falls baseball featured yesterday, some Girard softball, and then Boardman track and fields. We got good show yesterday. Good show tomorrow too.
I don't think anybody's surprised whenever you have softball on, or girl sports. It's the other side, Ant, that I'm really like. You're stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. I like it. I'm proud of you.
You've been very diverse this year.
We have been, and especially since we started this show. Whew. I don't know that we've done as many interviews ever as we've done in the way we do them, as much as we've done on this show. I'm impressed. I love this show. I do. I get excited for it every day, especially when we book great guests like Tyler Kurlick, David Richards, like we had on today. Got a great show tomorrow. Who do we got?
We got Riley Rowe from LeBray, who's having a stellar season.
Big dog nominee.
12:15. And then Caitlin Pleska, who's just a home run queen, coming on at 12:30.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that with Bulldog stuff on.
Oh, no. You just broke every rule in the book.
Uh-oh. My bad. Well, that's good news because I have a Columbiana Clipper Youngstown Clothing Company shirt I haven't worn yet. So
right, there you go.
I'll get to break out the Clipper, I don't know, attire, and then the Clipper clap will make its appearance.
Gear too, or are you just breaking all the rules now? It's breaking all.
I am inevitable.
I am inevitable.
And I am Iron Man. Which, by the way, hey, real quick, as we segue towards the end of the show, Anthony, what's a movie? And we got to put our man cards on the table here because, like, no judgment for any of you out there watching. What's one movie that you always cry? Always cry. Always makes you emotional. Let's put it that way. It doesn't have to make you, like, leak oil, but, like, what's a movie that always makes you emotional? Because me, Endgame. That last scene when Tony saves the world, saves everybody. Well, saves half the world.
He says the line, "It's okay, you can rest."
Oh,
that hits. That hits because they draw back from the full circle where, "Will you be able to rest?" You know, I can put this down, and she says, "Will you be able to rest?" I love it when, you know, it's film 101. You go full circle, and she says, "It's okay, you can rest," and then, oh, that hits. But I'll tell you what, the Marvel Universe, Guardians 3, I knew was going to hit me as soon as it opened because I knew those animals were not going to have a good day. As soon as it opened on these cute little animals, I was like, this is not going to be fun. And Guardians 3 hits hard emotionally. So when you're talking MCU, I think Guardians 3 is the one that got me the most.
Wow.
In my opinion. But I'll tell you what, there was one, especially the first time I saw it, it really hit hard. It's with, once again, man, cards on the table, no judgment. It's with Zac Efron. It's called Charlie St. Cloud. And it will
Never
rock
seen
you.
it. Nope.
Yep, it will hurt you hard.
I thought you were gonna say like The Notebook, and I was gonna we were gonna end the show.
I think The Notebook is kind of like
don't analyze The Notebook on this show. Do not break it down.
It's not Nicholas Sparks' best movie. Safe Haven's good though.
Oh,
that one had a twist.
You're not helping the situation right now.
Sorry, buddy. 10 Things I Hate About You when she's reading her own poem.
Here we go.
At the end. Mostly I hate that I don't hate you. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
This is why we can't do this anymore.
Shakespeare. 10 Things I Hate About You, for those who don't know, is just take me that's true. Retold. Shakespeare knows how to do it.
This is why we can't do fun.
You went down this road, DJ. You turned the wheel.
This was a terrible decision on my part. Like just a great thought in my head. Like, hey, never again. Never again. See, picking this man card right back up. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. Real sack of subs, Hartwig.
Lilo and
Real
Stitch 2. When Stitch dies.
Are you kidding
also
me?
Gets me too. Because Stitch is too cute to die. He comes back, but they really nail that death scene. Stitch, sorry. And he puts the can on the glass. Oh.
You are softer than Sharp.
I know. I'm soft.
We went down a real rough road here.
Land Before Time. Oh. Do you know the way to the Great Valley?
Anthony, when you
Mother? That rocked me as a kid. Lion King 2. Not like number 2, but Lion King TOO. The stampede scene. There's a lot.
That one
There's
gets
a lot
me. That one. You should have started there. Like when you get to the Land Before Time, like you've skipped like
that was. I think
movies.
that was more emotionally scarring than Mufasa dying, because it actually it shows you very viscerally. This mom gets killed very violently too. I mean, you see Mufasa fall, and then he kind of lands off screen and Simba finds him.
Land Before Time's a dinosaur movie.
Littlefoot's mom dies right in front of him, right? And then what I think it does really well, we're breaking down film, he has to deal with that for like the next 20 minutes of the movie, where he's alone in this depressive state. It's really good. There's a lot, man.
How about Bambi? If we're going down that road,
Disney knows how to do it. The first 10 minutes of Up.
Oh, jeez, man. Do you watch any adult films, or are they all Disney?
No, I watch adult films.
And not like Nicholas Sparks movie. That doesn't count. Those are chick flicks.
And we're talking emotional movies right now. And usually the manly, action-packed movies don't get you tugging at the heartstrings too much.
Field of Dreams? Rudy?
Ooh, you know what? I just got another one, though, that you might more manly, because it's all about war, Pearl Harbor, when Danny dies at the very end. We're spoiling stuff, by the way. How do you remember all this stuff? When he says, "You're going to be a father, man," and then Danny goes, "No, you are." And then, Black Hawk Down gets you pretty hurt, too.
We're way off. Like, there's people that are just absolutely incensed with you right now.
Hey, we still got some views.
Not for this.
Come at me in the comments. Oh, man.
Boy, oh boy.
I want to hear other people. I want to hear what other people got.
I guarantee you Land Before Time 2 or whatever it doesn't.
No, Land Before Time, there's a lot of people in that boat. I guarantee it. Maybe not that it's watching right now, but if you took a Facebook poll, there'd be people that whether they want to admit it or not, when they were kids, Land Before Time hit them. Oh, also kids. Homeward Bound. That's a big one. They have a couple of scenes in that one where they really hit you hard. They make you think they killed Sassy, and then Shadow falls down the pit as he's trying to cross those giant wooden boards. Well, Land Before Time will get you. I mean, Homeward Bound will get you. It's got a good score too.
What have I done? What have I created here? I created a monster.
You did.
I was just trying to buy us a couple of minutes, and
you open Pandora's box. Oh, stop. I'm done. Sponsor time. Let's go. Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town.
Go ahead.
They'll go the extra mile for you. We try to do the same here on this show every single day, whether it be interviews or movie breakdowns, whatever it may be, whatever you come here for. We'll go the extra mile for you. Greenwood Chevrolet wants you to make sure that you have good tires on your car, and their tire department is above reproach. So before the summer hits and you're going on those long road trips with the family, make sure your tires are up to snuff, and make sure you go to Greenwood Chevrolet. They'll get you new tires if you need them. But if you just need some elbow grease on your current tires, they'll take care of you there too. So Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town, they go the extra mile for you. We do the same on this show every single day.
Was that off the dome?
It's off the dome.
That was good. Mine is the elbow grease part. I don't think anybody wants elbow grease on their tires. That would be.
Yeah, that's kind of a worn out idiom, isn't it?
I don't know if that works on brakes or how that affects brakes with elbow grease on your tires, but I'm sure we will find out. I'm getting calls. We're getting canceled. I'm pretty sure this is the last. It was a good run. We had a good run. Also, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, that
I thought it's a Twitch comment.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I thought someone was trying to back down.
We are proudly supported by our friends at Toyota of Warren, Tino, general manager over there, Tino Merlo, as well as the great Jim Wilson over in the finance department. They will make sure that you get into a vehicle that you love and fits your lifestyle and fits your budget, most importantly. So head on over to Toyota of Warren and let them know YSN sent you, and all that elbow grease stuff and other stuff that Anthony was talking about. Yeah, you can roll that up in Toyota of Warren as well. Two great dealerships, and they support us so well. I mean, it's just incredibly. They've been sponsors for such a long time, and we hope that continues because they get a lot of pub, and boy, do they do a great job in each respective market that they're in, whether it's Toyota. Dude, my phone is blowing up. What did you do, Hartwig? What did I do? I'm putting this on me. This is I opened the door for you and let you in. The fox is in the hen house. Now you're going to tell me about Fox and the Hound and how it was sad, aren't you?
That was a good movie.
Oh God!
But it wasn't that. I mean, It wasn't one that made me cry. But there was that.
At this point, I find that hard to believe. And
one very short scene, but
I knew it.
Makes you cry a little bit when she's putting him in the forest. Dude, I can't remember the song that plays.
You need to toughen up. You need.
Hey, it's okay to cry, everybody. It's a natural human emotion. Well, no,
not at all these movies. What are you doing?
Bing Bong, on Inside Out.
What?
Take her to the moon for me.
All right, it's Spark time. The Joe Dickey Electric, What's Your Spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Visit 24/7, 365, anytime, on any device at DickeyElectric.com. Please don't cry about it. Anthony, I'm almost nervous. What your spark is?
No, we're talking about movies, but this is kind of a perfect time for the spark. I want to kind of give a shout out to my church family, Greenford Christian Church. We're in the middle right now of a series called Reel the Reels, which I think is really cool, pun kind of intended there. We're taking movies and kind of drawing biblical lessons and sermons from them, and It's one of the things that I think makes our church kind of cool, because I don't think a lot of churches would maybe go into that, murky water, because it's like, hey, dude, can we play this movie? Can we put scenes from this movie? We have to put this disclaimer there. They probably still get a lot of emails from people that are curmudgeon that say, why can you can't play this, you can't do this in church. But it's a really fun series. If it's a perfect one to come to if you're looking for a church family, you don't have one out there yet. Greenford Christian Church has 3 campuses in Austintown, Greenford, and Boardman. So wherever you're located geographically, you can get down there to it, and it's a fun time. You get to watch snippets of a movie, but also take some biblical lessons from them. So if you're looking for a church family, this is a really good series to kind of come in and see what Greenford's all about.
I'm thinking of one right now. And it's the best of all time, and I use it constantly. You trying to tell me that Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? Harris, the best.
We'll put it on the list.
You need to put that on the list. Well, probably not. I'm guessing that's not a church-related movie. But just that line, when they're talking about Joe Boo and they're talking about religion, you trying to tell me that Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? Hey, my Jesus hits curveballs and sliders. That's what I believe. And he nukes fastballs.
Nukes them.
Nuked. Like, not in the lineup for 3 days, and then all of a sudden
Death threw a curveball, and Jesus just drilled it out of the park.
I believe it. I believe it. He turned the Gatorade into wine. There's no doubt in my mind. Jesus. Hey, this one's for you, buddy. Keep swinging. All right. Mine, which, by the way, I'm going to regret this. What movies have they shown or clips?
We did Ben-Hur, and then last week we did Nacho Libre. I don't pick them, so don't. But it was actually Nacho! He was in a monastery for that movie, and it was all about redemption. That's what kind of the lessons we took from Nacho Libre. His journey from trying to find his passions. First, he used it for selfish gain, and then he kind of used his passion for the orphanage and for not selfish gain by the end of the movie.
I think somebody's just a Nacho Libre fan, and
probably
they were looking for an excuse to play it in church.
Probably.
That's a deep dive, Ant. That's a deep dive. The redemption
of Nacho Libre.
There's a lot of good movies you could have put in there, and Nacho Libre is at the top of that list. What's the other one? Ben-Hur?
Ben-Hur. It's good action movie.
What is that? Who's in that? Jason Statham?
I'd have to IMDb it. It's not coming on top of my head of who stars.
You guys are running indie movies in church?
No, that's it. Well, there's an old one in the 60s, but there's also been remade. Not too long ago. It was a big blockbuster.
Action movie?
Yeah. Ben-Hur. Let me just IMDb it.
Can you name anybody that's in it right now off the top of your head?
No, not off the top of my head. I have to IMDb it. Let me.
So no Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
No, he was too busy doing The Scorpion King.
Great movie, by the way. A lot of religious.
Ben-Hur stars Jack Huston. Actually, I don't know any of these people.
Sounds like a real banger.
Get my glasses off real quick. It is Judea Ben-Hur, a Jewish prince formerly accused of treason by his adopted brother, has to come back and redeem himself and his family. So it's a biblical time historical fiction, not fiction, historical action movie. It's cool. You should go watch it.
Can I make a suggestion for the next
2016?
The next one?
Yeah,
one suggestion: Face Off.
Face Off. I think that'll get a lot of emails. There's a lot of language in Face Off. If like 3 disclaimers at the beginning.
The barrel we're digging in is Ben-Hur and Nacho Libre, and one of which
13. So
person that's in that movie. I think somebody's got an account at Blockbuster, and we're just at the bottom of the just saying. That what's my spark? Yeah, we're good. We're all right. We'll do a hard pass.
The teacher's like, let's go.
That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you to Tyler Kurlick of Boardman, as well as David Richards, the new head basketball coach at Westminster. Thank you to you for watching, for whatever reason you watch this show. God bless you. Okay. We appreciate you. Thank you to our sponsors all across, especially Toyota Foreign and Greenwood Chevrolet. Thank you to Greenford Church as well for their movie series, apparently, that they're showing.
Reel to Reels.
Yep. C- movies. Hollywood. God bless you all. We will see you tomorrow for a great show. Once again, here on YSN. You never know what you're going to get here on YSN Live. For Anthony Ronald Hartwig, my name is DJ Yoakley. Anthony, and I really regret saying this, may the sports be with you.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.